Good afternoon. This is Media Center, Ukraine, Odesa. We continue with our today's briefing. Our current guest is Anton Shalyhailo, Director of the Housing and Energy Efficiency Department of the Odesa Regional Military Administration. He will share with us details about preparation of housing and communal services, fuel and energy facilities, and social and cultural spheres of the region for work in the autumn-winter period. Mr. Shalyhailo, the floor is yours. First, I would like to express my condolences to the families of those killed by today's overnight enemy's missile attack, and I would like to wish quick recovery those who have been injured. As you know, we survived the last heating period of 2022-2023. Which, without exaggeration, turned out to be the most difficult in the entire history of the independence of our state. This is directly related solely with the impact of Russia's military aggression, which were felt in winter by every inhabitant, not only of our region, but all other regions of our country. The lack of stable power supply due to enemy attacks on energy infrastructure facilities led to difficulties in the provision of communal services and, in some cases, to the temporary suspension of their provision to individual consumers. Therefore, the issue of high-quality preparation of housing and communal facilities in the social area is a priority of the state authorities. Therefore, immediately after the end of the previous heating period, pursuant to the order of the Regional Military Administration as of 27th of April 2023, we started preparation to the heating season of 2023-2024 in Odesa region. By the specified order, the plan of measures for training was approved, and the regional operational headquarters under the regional administration was established to coordinate and control the state of execution of the planned tasks. Of course, based on the results and experience of the previous winter, we focus on the following measures: provision and availability of alternative sources of electricity generators for an interrupted operation of boiler houses of social institutions and heat and water supply enterprises, a provision of additional physical protection of critical infrastructure facilities from possible consequences of enemy's missile attacks, and also implementation of energy efficiency and energy-saving measures, as well as rational use of energy resources. All these measures in the region are under control of the Regional Military Administration. As for the indicators of preparation as of today, in the settlements of the Odesa region, work on bringing 197 boiler rooms into readiness has been completed, which is 30% of the total number in the region. 576 kilometers of heating networks, or 30% of the planned volume, have been prepared. 2,700 multi-apartment residential buildings have been scrutinized. 152 preschools and 195 educational institutions have been prepared. This is 32% of the need. The necessary measures were also implemented in 126 healthcare facilities, which is 31% of their total number. 98 units of specialized equipment have been prepared for winter period, and 30% of the necessary supply of loose material and reagents have been prepared. Therefore, at the moment, measures to prepare for the autumn-winter period in the region are carried out according to the schedule and the corresponding plan. At the same time, the problematic issues still include the unsatisfactory financial and economic condition of the region's thermal energy enterprises, which creates additional complications for preparation to the next heating season. As you know, the law of Ukraine in 2022 imposed a moratorium on increasing the cost of centralized heating services for the population during the period of martial law. However, understanding that the cost of the centralized heat supply service changes with the unchanged tariff, this difference was guaranteed by the state to compensate the enterprises producing the services. For 30 such enterprises, the difference in tariffs has exceeded 1 billion hryvnias. We are waiting for the relevant funds to be included in the state budget for 2023, and therefore the compensation before the beginning of the heating period. The relevant draft law has already been prepared by the relevant ministry and is under consideration. There is one more issue, which is the indebtedness of the population for the consumed services of centralized heat supply, which has increased in several times in the region and currently amounts to 925 million hryvnias. It is necessary here to appeal to all consumers with request to be responsible for the timely payment and repayment of debts for heating supply. These funds are the foundation on which the preparation of heat supply enterprises to the next heating season rests. The preparation to the heating period is ongoing. It is under constant control of the regional military administration. This is all from my side, and now I'm ready to answer your questions. Glory to Ukraine, glory to heroes. I have one clarification question. As far as I remember, last year, the Russian army attacked different hubs and nodes to weaken the whole infrastructure. What has been done to increase independence of all these facilities and to decentralize the whole network? Thank you very much for your question. As I've already noted, we have analyzed the experience of last winter, and we have defined the priorities in our work, including the issues of autonomy of different facilities. The most simple thing that we can do is to supply generators to all these facilities to ensure uninterrupted operation of different nodes in the general network. Secondly, we have started organizing individual generation of power. These are turbo generation, cogeneration. The work is ongoing in the Odesa region, and the project will be completed before the beginning of the heating season. Those institutions which are responsible for the power supply infrastructure, NEK Ukrenergo, the TEC in Odesa, also prepare their own facilities for winter period, taken into consideration the experience of last winter to minimize the possible consequences. The work is ongoing to increase protection of these facilities, but this is more the military issue. Now I have a question to you about the infrastructure and about the energy supply. Can you share some numbers as for the energy which is produced by alternative energy sources over the year, and what is also planned before the start of the winter season? When we started the heating season last year, we did not understand how we can ensure even supply of generators to all necessary facilities, including the water supply pipelines, the boiler rooms, the social institutions, healthcare institutions, etc. And for the quite short period of time, we, together with our international partners and thanks to our own efforts with the support of local authorities to meet almost all needs with regard to generators. When it comes to percentage, this is like in 10 times. Do you mean now the autonomous energy supply? And when it comes to renewable energy sources like wind turbines, solar batteries, etc., over the last year, we have introduced new wind turbine power supply stations. For example, like Dnistrovskaya power supply station. We understand that additional 8 gigawatts will help to improve the situation with the whole power supply station to compensate possible deficit. Our region is among leaders when it comes to renewable power sources. We're among 3 top regions when it comes to solar energy, for example. The work is ongoing, and every additional megawatt produced by winter or sun is very useful and is very needed before and during the new winter season. 80 megawatts, so additional 80 megawatts. So thank you very much for your time. Thank you for being here with us. And we will wait for updates from you. This was the last briefing from Media Center Ukraine Odesa for today. Please follow us, our announcements tomorrow. We are going to have briefings dedicated to the end of theatrical season in Odesa and dedicated to the news and the cultural domain. We will also monitor the situation in the Kherson, and please stay tuned.